Greetings, and I'm so glad to see you. As you might already know, because you're on my Substack, my name is Michelle Wadley, and I am going to start bringing to you a podcast series. I say start because I've dabbled before. I've done podcasts other places, but I haven't done it here on a serious basis on my Substack, but now it will be. And the name of my Substack series, eventually, when I can get the name changed, is going to be called Impact. It's called Impact because often we don't realize as individuals the impact that we each have on the world. Sometimes we, depending on who we have a small impact, a small circle that we influence, and other times we have a large circle that we influence. And of course, there are those influencers who want to influence the world. That's not my goal. My goal is to be who I am and bring to you truths and lessons that I've gleaned. And I'm not a young pup. So I'm going to bring to you the lessons that I've gleaned from a life of trial, error, failure, mistakes, transgressions, wins, trial again, more wins, some backslipping, and hopefully all of that will come together. So I'm not here to try to be some TikTok sensation. I'm here to be the mother, the godmother, the aunt, the tia, the elder, the wisdom keeper, at least in my small world for you. And I will bring some very practical and pragmatic lessons to you, things that you can apply each and every time or each and every day once you've learned them. And I'm going to be doing different series. Today, though, because I have a series that I'm starting tomorrow, and it's funny, we called them spiritual living something. I don't really know what it's called. I can't remember right now. Oh, spiritual living insights. I really wish I had just called it live cliff notes because my intention is to bring to you some of my feedback about some books that I've read or that I've listened to, because I do both, and bring you some of the wisdom in these books, and to save you some of the time from having to read the entire book. You remember Cliff Notes, right? They were either for the scropes in school or for the cool kids. Being who I am, I'm from New Jersey. I am a Jersey girl. I am a loyal, tail of ham eating Jersey girl, and the Jersey people will appreciate that. I'm here to be me. I'm not here to try to impress you, especially since I've just recently sent off the manuscript for my latest book, which is called Dance Like Nobody's Watching. And that book is all about returning to yourself, to be your authentic self. And if you wonder what that means, because many of us have been conditioned by life, so my goal in that book is to show you some of the places where maybe you stopped being you and where you can be you again. Because I don't know about you, but in my life, I like real people. I like real people that aren't always even refined. I like people who aren't willing to say, who don't need, should say, to say the right thing all the time. I just want real people. And if that's a cussing real person, okay. If that's someone who is highly energetic, okay. If that someone moves slowly and they're more contemplative, okay. But for me, I want to be around real people. So I want to uh, whet your appetite tonight with this podcast, and I'm going to do true confessions with you. And I promise I will always be honest with you in here. I don't like fads. I don't particularly like fads as a book or fads for process or any of those things. Most often, I want wisdom and I want new techniques, but mostly I want it based on old wisdom, metaphysical truths. And then every once in a while, I'm surprised. So a friend of mine had recommended to me to do this kind of work, not for me particularly, but to do this kind of work with the book Let Them. I happen to have it here. Okay, so this is Mel Robbins' book, Let Them. And so tomorrow, the first of my little series, it's a 90-minute class, is based on Let Them. And I was all arrogant and all about, oh no. But the truth is, Mel has her hand on something in the way she knows how to take a complicated situation and to break it down and make it easy. So I put this out on my Substack, and I had one of my readers tell me that she bought the book, but that she returned it when somehow she realized, or someone told her, that the initial concept of Let Them was actually not Mel Robbins. It was a woman. She's a poet, and her name is Cassie Phillips. And the name of the poem that has this Let Them concept in it is called Embrace the Power of Letting Go. And the poem is very sweet. I'm not going to bring it to you tonight, but I will be bringing it to the 90-minute workshop tomorrow, which happens 1:00 Eastern time. And I like to give credit where credit's due, which is why I really appreciate that reader let me know that was so. Because as an author and a writer and a teacher, I would hope that people credit me also when inspired by something I've said or written. It's fair. It's fair. It's the right thing to do. But but for today, and then continuing tomorrow, the point I just want to bring to you is that in this book, Let Them, the point she meticulously teaches is not one that is completely unique. Obviously, someone else wrote it, but it's also not unique in other words, there are other teachings. For example, if you are practicing Buddhist, you're taught to practice detachment. Okay, in the Four Agreements, Don Miguel tells us not to take things personally. Now, while these are not exactly the same, they're similar in that Let Them, and the Let Them theory is about getting your opinions and your judgments, and as Emerson would say, your bloated nothingness out of the way, and just let people be who the hell they are. And even if who they are being sometimes lands in your neighborhood with criticism about you. Letting someone's opinion about us land on us, take away our peace, take away our power, take away or influence us to not love and believe in ourselves is not okay. It's not okay. So her point about Let Them is the point of let someone have the opinions as they are, as they have them, but let you and I be more than that opinion. Let you and I be bigger than that opinion and not lose our power or our own self-esteem as these activities in our lives happen. Some of us work with this idea of trying to be nice and trying to be liked. And so what happens is we twist ourselves into pretzels, into a kind of a pretzel to get people's approval. Well, Let Them is really about letting go of that idea, to let people have their opinions and to let me be okay being who I am. Even if who I am is not for everybody, even if being who I am, you don't like me as I am. Well, it's who I am. The truth is, that is the most powerful way to not lose your personal power. Because we are at the mercy, when we are at the mercy of other people's opinions, we lose our power. And you are empowered when you are synced up to universal truths, but you are disempowered when you're worried about what someone thinks or feels about you. Your job and my job is to kind of stay contained within this energetic space and to trust our own process. So I'm glad you're here with me. I'm glad that you've seen this today. You will be seeing more frequent visits from me on this podcast. But for tonight, what I invite you to do is to start paying attention as you look around your life and you look at the people, or you're on a phone call, whatever that is, and you look around and look to see where your power is drained and begin to take that power back by saying, let them have that opinion and let me love myself. Let them think that about me and let me approve of myself. Okay? So everything I do in my life, and this next piece I want to bring to you is called many things. I'm going to call it a mind shift. Some people call it a quantum mind shift. Some people call it prayer. Some people call it spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. I don't care what you call it. What I know is there is a power in us speaking our word. So I will always conclude my podcast with speaking my word on your behalf and my behalf, the behalf of anyone who wants to listen. And so tonight's very simple and very short because this is an introductory session, but I will be back to you, and I will be back with concepts and some skills. I will be back to you with a variety of things, a wide variety of things. And then of course, next month we're going to be speaking about I'm going to be speaking to you about You're a Badass by the book by Jen Sincero. Jen Sincero is a hoot. She's just a hoot. She's a sassy, cussing, bold, badass kind of woman. And so I look forward to bringing that book to you. Although the one I even love more than that is You're a Badass at Making Money. I love both those books, but I really like that second one even more. So I'll see you for that next month. But together right now, know with me, there's a power that exists everywhere. It exists in, through, and as each one of us. And that it exists and expresses itself to the degree that I open and align with it. And as I open and align with it, it avails itself as me, as me. And so, what I know right now, as I speak this word for every listener of this Impact podcast, is that life is good, life is juicy, life is whole, life is healing, and life is working for each of us on the degree to the degree that we can each accept and allow it. Please know this with me. Know this for yourself. And all I'm asking for you to know for yourself is that life is working. Yes, we're going to affirm that even before we might see the evidence. With a bounty of love, I'm so grateful. And I release the spoken word to the activity of the universe and the law, whatever that is, that acts upon it and makes it so. And so it is. Have a good night. You'll see me real soon. Be well. And please share my podcast. Sign up for my regular Substack. And a great way to support me and people like me is to become a paid member. We seriously appreciate it. Even though it's not a lot of money, it's a vote of confidence and tells us that you want more of what I'm doing. Okay. Be well. I'll see you soon. Bye.